Huh? Well, you have four cameras. No, no phone. So you don't happy?
Very.
You happy? So all you're not smiling. Smile. Hey, watch me. Watch and smile. Watch and smile. All you watch and smile, just smile. And take all your arms linked. Smile, all you smile. All the parents, all the great grandparents watching all. All you smiling, you don't happy for yourself? You don't like that? I didn't even watch me, I didn't even graduate. And I'm happy for you. Yeah? Just smile, man. Oh. Is that you not proud? Hmm? Smile, man, yeah. You have a movie called Smile Orange, you ever watch it? You ever see the Smile Orange? Oh, go. You good? Alright. Yeah. Oh, just smile, just smile. Watch me take so one muscle in your face to smile. One. You don't have muscle? Why you have tissues? Are you watching like watching on the side of your eyes? Smile on, stop down on your parents proud of you, you don't proud for yourself. Oh God, why smile? You don't want to smile. I like that, I like that. Oh, you're looking good, you know. I didn't graduate, but I'm happy for all you. I give real trouble in school. Yeah, to tell all you. I want to tell all the amount of trouble I give in school too, but now I won't tell them now, no. Are they looking good? Are they looking good? Whoa, all that children, hey, you are there? You look familiar according to your father. Yeah. All right, yeah. Stop that, man. Stop that.
Sorry, I'm photogenic.
Yeah, I know you're photogenic. What the test? What the test? Yeah, that's the real test. That's the real test. Yeah, that's the real test. Old skangaranga, and it's that. Yeah, man, I don't get you, man. I don't get you. I don't get you. I didn't win no gong auntie. I did so much trouble in school. Every 2 weeks they used to throw me out of school. Yeah, let me out, let me out. I would yeah, come home. And it's that. But I don't get you. I don't look good, man. All of them children look nice, eh? So I watch me. To the postings that they on the library, just share it. Just share it, on. Just share it. Oh God. Oh God, all of it nice. All of it sweet. You're sweet. Alright, so we go on and handle the organization, you know. So it look like we're about to start short. And it's just looking nice. Just looking nice. You're just looking irie, eh? And that they are the oh shit.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are so sorry for the late start, but we are about to begin. I welcome you this morning, not officially, but I welcome you this morning to the graduating ceremony of McDonald College 2024. This morning, we are privileged to have with us a proud graduate of MDC, Miss Grenada Carnival Queen of 2008, Miss Caribbean Carnival Queen 2009. She holds a bachelor's degree in marketing from SGU, and she holds a master's degree in international communication from Communication University of China. She now holds a chart that we are very famous with on Facebook, and we are privileged to have with us the valedictorian of our class of China from the Communication University, Ms. Ashida Charles. So let's welcome our chairperson, Ms. Ashida Charles.
Thank you. A warm welcome and pleasant morning to each and every one of you. Let us now fix our eyes as the graduates make their post-sessional entry. Let us put our hands together for the graduates. Some housekeeping rules before we begin. Kindly keep the pathway clear as much as possible. If you're sitting in the front, please put your phone on silent or on vibrate. And if you're taking pictures, please do so respectful to others. Thank you. I now invite to the podium Reverend Nigel Lindsay to do the invocation. Please stand.
Good morning, everybody. I'm the Reverend Nigel Lindsay. I've been here since 2021 as the chaplain for the school. I'm also the minister of Samaritan Presbyterian School and the chaplain for Samaritan Presbyterian School. Is that the right place? I'm only here until the end of August, so I'm only here for a short time now. But it's an honour to be able to be here for the graduation of the students who have tried and achieved so much. So let us pray. Amazing God, we thank you that you love each of us and want us to reach our full potential. We thank you for the students who are here to celebrate their achievements. We thank you for their teachers who have helped them and encouraged them on their journey. We thank you for their parents who have supported, woken, chivied these young people on so that they can achieve. As we celebrate today, we move into the next stage of their journey. We pray that you will help us keep our eyes focused on you. We ask in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And all God's people said, Amen.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. Audience, you may have your seats. The graduates will now treat us to a gospel song. Yeah. You will make a way, a way, a way. way. You have always made a way, God. Oh God, oh God. Some days high, some days low, but Lord, I will not give up, no, I won't let go and go. God will make a way for me. God will make a way for me. You're the God of the valley, the mountains and the sea. So I will not worry. You will make a way for me. Powerful and mighty, provide all of my needs. The stars that will believe, you will make a way for me. So if I can see the cloud, I should believe. If you can part things and for this ship and open doors for me, I'll make a way for me.
Follow you never want to be. Get my family. You just ride for me. You are your God. You are there for Satan. Baby, can't know what I'm there we go. So I know you will take good care of me.
You're the God of the valley, the mountains and the sea. So I will not worry. You will make a way for me.
Powerful and
Powerful and mighty, provide all of my needs. The stars I will believe. You will make a way for me. Anything that God will prosper. Anywhere you got me, Lord, that's where I will go. Say you are my dreamer. Oh, what is what, Lord, you are in control. You're the God of the valley, the mountains and the sea. So I will not worry. You will make a way for me.
powerful and mighty.
Powerful and mighty, provide all of my needs.
And through the
All I will believe. You will make a way for me. You will make a way. I will. You will make a way. I will. You will make a way. I will. You will make a way. I know. You will make a way for me. You will make a way.
I will.
You will make a way.
I will.
You will make a way.
I will.
You will make a way. I know that you will make a way for me. I know that you will make a way for me. Let us give them another round of applause. We forgot. Cue. The cue to sit down. And now to establish protocol. Honorable Dennis Cornwall, MP for St. Patrick East Constituency Office. Mr. Finley Jeffrey, Permanent Secretary with the responsibility for ICT and Housing and Community Development. Reverend Nigel Lindsay, Presbyterian Church. Miss Marcia Francis, District Education Officer. Other members of the district team. Mr. Carl Andel, Principal of this institution. Members of the Central Board of Education. PAS Paul Lambert, guest speaker. Former principals, Mr. James Alexander and Ms. Lorraine Dialli. Mr. Lazarus and Twine, Alumni Association, New York Chapter. Mrs. Norma Belfon, Alumni Association, New York Chapter. Specially invited guests, members of the PTA Executive, teachers and other members of staff, parents and guardians, graduates, well-wishers. A warm welcome and pleasant morning to each and every one of you. Thank you. Today is a very special occasion. It marks the start of a rewarding and exciting journey into academic, personal, and professional endeavors for our graduates. But they did not get here by themselves. To their parents, guardians, the dedicated principal and teachers of this institution, and the supporting staff at the McDonald College, thank you for your impactful efforts and hard work. All of you are the reason why we are here today. Let us put our hands together for them. I now invite to the podium Sabra Noel to recite a poem for us.
Good morning, everyone. My poem is entitled From Dreams to Reality. In the realm where dreams are born, we weave our hopes with threads untorn. Through whispers soft and visions bright, we venture forth into the night. In dreams, we soar on wings of light. Through starlit skies, our souls take flight. Imaginations boundless, free, painting walls for eyes to see. Yet dreams, they beckon us to dare, to step beyond the realm of air. To take the path, though steep and long, where echoes of our dreams belong. Through valleys deep and mountains high, we venture on beneath the sky. Each step a promise, each breath a prayer, as we embrace the journey there. Through twists and turns, through storm and strife, we carve our path with love and life. For dreams are not just castles tall, but seeds we plant to heed their call. And as we journey, hand in hand, from dreams to realms of solid land, we find beauty in the chase, the journey's gift, the dreamer's grace. For in the end, it's not the prize, but every step beneath the skies. The journey's joy, the friends we meet, that make our dreams and hearts complete. So let us journey side by side, with hope and courage as our guide. Embracing dreams, embracing strife, embracing every step of life.
Thank you very much, Sabra. Let us welcome Mr. Finley Jeffrey and his wife, Miss Eva Jeffrey. And now, the principal's address, Mr. Carl Andel. Let us welcome him. You don't want to come?
Good morning, everyone. And the protocol already established. You know, just a while ago, I told Miss Liali, this is my 34th graduation. It's a lot. You know, I woke up with a headache this morning, but the energy and the zeal is still here. So, welcome everyone. Greetings and welcome to McDonald College graduation ceremony for 2024. It gives me great pleasure once more to address the 63 young men and women who will be leaving their mark on the walls of this fine institution and to submit my report for the academic year 2023-2024 to all stakeholders of this esteemed institution. The enthusiasm and determination of students and staff at McDonald College to carry on the rich history of our founding fathers is still alive and strong. Despite the many obstacles and limits we confront as a country school, and you know that's something we always get. We are school from the country, and sometimes persons try their best to limit our achievements. We always strive for excellence. Today I will endeavor to showcase our accomplishments for the period under review so you can understand the caliber of our educational output. Today, I am happy to report that in the 2023 sixth set exams, our students had 28 subjects, 7 of which had a perfect score, 100% pass. These subjects are agricultural science, building and furniture technology, information technology, electronics, principles of business, technical drawing, physical education, and sports. The following subjects also achieved notable results with a pass rate of 80% or more. They are integrated science 80%, clothing and textile 88%, history 80%, biology 86%, food and nutrition 95%, human and social biology, 90%, EDPM, 91%, family and resource management, 93%, and English language, 92%. Right, I hope you are listening carefully because you know sometimes also make me comment that students at McDonald College don't pass subjects at all. I don't know where they get that. Congratulations to all our subject teachers, whose commitment and unwavering devotion have enabled our students to achieve these outstanding results. To continue, in the 2023 CSEX exam, we had 11 students passing 9 subjects or more. 9 subject passes, Kieran Francis, Amari Douglas, Ashley McQueen, and Juan Johnny. 10 subject passes, Tyrell McLeish, Bianca Charles, and Zoe Alexander. 11 subject passes, Emma Thompson, Shemaya David, and Ryan Chitterman. And we had one person getting 12 subjects, Miss Kiana Daniel, who was our most outstanding student for 2023, with 12 subject passes, 8 grade 1s, and 4 grade 2s. Give them a hand, please. We are really proud of our student performances and we would like to publicly congratulate them, as well as everyone who helped them grow and advance while attending McDonald College. I am also happy to report that as a result of the combined performances of all students who took exams in 2023, our school average was 78.2%. which is way above the national average. And for those of you who don't know, the national average is a benchmark where all schools are measured. And I must say, for the last 25 years or more, we always perform above the national average. Despite our performances though, it is sad that despite our best efforts to strive for excellence, many people continue to minimize and trivialize our accomplishments for reasons that are unclear to us. However, from the land of the carriage we will never despair. And as the famous Calypsonian scholar once said, adversity just makes the black man stronger. So we will continue to soldier on and forget our naysayers. Statistics will show that a large number of our students come from rural, socially disadvantaged homes in Grenada. And I must say, for my 34 years here, we have yet to have the child of a lawyer, or many doctors, or prime ministers, or such. However, any child that we receive, that reside in the background, we tend to try and do our best with them. And we are also very proud of them because they are able to hold their own in our walks of life. But keeping in mind the homes where most of our children come from, we must develop various strategies to help. So for the last few years, a lot of initiatives were launched, spearheaded by our school chaplain, Reverend Nigel Inslee, and our school counselor, Ms. Sally Palmer. This was done in an effort to assist both parents and children with the problems that they may encounter from time to time. Some of these initiatives are after-school parenting courses as well as retreats. And I must say that we have received very positive feedback from the parents who have attended. Retreats were also organized for students in Form 1, 3, and 5, which we believe had a positive impact on some of our kids. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Reverend Inslee, Ms. Palmer, as well as Ben Koda, who has been working with us to make these initiatives a reality. We are forever grateful for their assistance, and we look forward to the continued support in the future. At McDonald College, we sincerely believe that every student has the capacity to learn and should be given an equal opportunity to do so, regardless of how they were ranked or labeled after completing the CPA exam. We also think that every person has unique intelligences and should be given every opportunity to discover the areas of strength. Hence, we take our school mission statement to heart. And for those of you who don't know the school mission statement, is to provide students with a holistic education, geared at producing well-rounded individuals who will be able to participate effectively and efficiently in a democratic society. The fruits of this mission is manifested throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitt-Martinique, and even the world. MDCIs can be found among academia, attorneys, performers, athletes, politicians, ambassadors, entertainers, fishermen, etc., etc. So obviously, we are having a great impact on society. However, we refuse to accept mediocrity, and we continue to make serious efforts to diversify our curriculum and make it more relevant to the needs of Grenadian society. Our technical department has made a vast difference in the lives of our students, especially those who are good with their hands. However, more than 10 years ago, we were given an empty technical building with little or no tools, and are now faced with the Herculean task of sourcing equipment on our own. Today, I want to place on record our sincerest gratitude to the Bradford family of St. George's for the generous donation of $30,000 to purchase much needed tools for our technical wing. Their generosity has made a positive difference in the ability of our teachers to deliver, and we will be forever grateful to them. Hats off to you, to the Bradford family. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our committed and hard-working teachers who have embraced McDonald College vision of what a true Grenadian education comprises, and who continue to go above and beyond the call of duty to guarantee that every student has numerous opportunities to succeed. The public will never truly understand the sacrifices made by educators in a general sense. and teachers at McDonald College in particular. We are your children, coaches, doctors, lawyers, nurses, counselors, mentors, parents, just name it. We have been playing many different roles, and personally I don't believe we could get compensation for such. Teachers, I want to thank you for all that you have done and will continue to accomplish. Your awards will be coming soon and they will be great. Someone told me that, the Lord gave me that vision. Following the end of COVID-19 and Walk to Goal, many competitions among secondary schools was resumed. The most prestigious Greatest Secondary Schools Debate Tournament was one of them. This is known as the Intercol of Academia and provides students from all secondary schools on Ireland with the chance to compete against each other, holding their intelligence and debating skills. So once the opportunity arose last year, our most esteemed coaches, in the persons of Ms. Nazinga Smith, Mrs. Mikita Williams-George, and Ms. Leroy Manuel, gathered a team of debaters who progressed as far as the semi-final. They were able to win the first 3 matches and defeated institutions such as the St. George's Institute and the St. Joseph Convent, St. George's. Give them a hand, please. Everyone in the community was envious of our students' debating progress, and they expected us to make it to the finals. Kudos to each and every one of our debaters and the parents for letting them take part and for providing the necessary support at home. One of our graduates, Ms. Melanie Ander, deserves special recognition for outstanding performance as a key member of our debate team. We are really proud of you, Ms. Ander, and you have taken the place by storm. When the contest came down, even though we are not able to win, I'm happy to announce today that we placed 3rd out of over 25 competing schools. We will be aiming for the top spot this year. Not bad for a sports school, eh? I kind of surprised that a sports school reaching so far in academia. In the sporting arena, we continue to remain the dominant football team in Grenada among secondary schools across all divisions. Mr. Jeffrey, I know you know that. Our football teams all perform admirably, and following the preliminary rounds, our senior male, junior male, and female teams all advanced to the semi-finals. Ultimately, our senior male team was the only team able to go to the league and knockout finals. In the knockout round, we defeated Boca Secondary 2-0, but in the league finals, we lost 4-2. Kudos to our footballers, and I must say today we have more than 6 footballers on our graduating class. Give them a hand, please. As well as special kudos to our head coach, Mr. Kwan Baptiste, who is a former student and a former national player. Under his direction, our football players have flourished and have advanced to 6 consecutive secondary school football championships in Grenada, a feat never before accomplished by any school. So we have made it to 6 finals, we have won 4 and we lost 2. You know, it's kind of bittersweet that 2 of the victories that we had was against us, Mr. Jeffrey. We are optimistic that we will reach our semi-final in 2024. Congratulations to all our footballers. We are extremely proud of you and wish you the best as you strive to advance your football and educational careers. As we speak, 5 of our former students are currently on football and athletic scholarships in the United States, and they are doing extremely well. We have 2 female footballers on scholarship, They are Miss Alicia Charles and Miss Rachel Noel. We also have Cece Charles on an athletic scholarship, and we have 3 males on football scholarships, Mr. Brady Charles, Leon Greyboy, and DeAndre Smith. It is my wish that some of our upcoming footballers can emulate these sportsmen and women and grasp opportunities overseas to improve themselves academically and on the field of play. Everyone is aware that McDonald College was a dominant force in athletics over the years, and we were able to win at least 5 championships in the male division. So because of that, there is a great passion and drive for athletics at McDonald College. Well, we all know over the last 15 years or more, for various reasons, we have yet to bring back a championship to the school. However, on February 23rd this year, we had our annual sports meet. And at the end of the day, Alexander, our White House, emerged victorious for the 2nd year in a row. Give Alexander a house for athletes. In our 2024 sports meet, we also changed the name of one of our houses. Greenhouse, formerly known as Nayak House, is now officially known as Glean House, in honor of Sir Neville Glean, who is a former teacher, vice principal, and our long-standing head coach of our athletics team. This year in Intercall, we saw an improvement in the performances of our boys and girls. Our boys team placed 5th with 82 points, and our girls team placed 6th. I must say, both teams have demonstrated a great deal of potential, and we think that these are indications of even bigger things to come. But I won't say much because Ms. Jeffrey is sitting in the audience, so I cannot let go of our secrets. I would like to thank and congratulate Ms. Johnny Alexander, Kinder Lambert, and Kwan Baptiste, as well as the entire coaching staff for the dedication and hard work which have led to our success thus far. We especially want to thank the parents of our athletes and other well-wishers for the support. We are incredibly appreciative of everything you have done. I also want to thank our MDC alumni organizations, both local and in the diaspora, for bringing life to our sports meet months before the event. The banter, old talk, and rivalry among our alumni is legendary and one for the books. Every year, the majority of our races are sponsored by alumni from all over the world, and this is largely responsible for the success of our sports meet. Give the alumni a hand, please. And while we're still on sports, in 2022, a group of young people based in New York, they decided that the world is too modern to see students run barefoot. So in 2022, they made a pledge, they made a pledge that no student should be running barefoot in McDonald College schools. I'm proud to announce that this year, we received 40 brand new spikes from them, as well as 30 sleeping bags, which was used when our team camped in St. George's. We are very appreciative of them. On behalf of the athletics team, I also want to thank our manager, Reverend Dr. Oswald James, who is not here with us today, who was very successful in getting the Women's Guild in St. George's and the Presbyterian Cup to assist our cause. As a result, this year, for the first time, both our male and female teams were given the opportunity to camp in St. George's, which saved them from the strain and hardship of having to compete and travel from rural Grenada to the city over the course of 3 days. We also want to express our gratitude to all the Presbyterian church members who helped us out financially and otherwise and made our athletes stay enjoyable and comfortable. Special thanks also to Mr. Martin Bidu of Classic Lighting Grenada, who is the title sponsor of our school's athletics team. In 2024, he donated 100 new tracksuits for our athletics team. So We are extremely grateful for you and all that you have done for McDonald College thus far. If you look at the graduating class this morning, I don't know if you noticed, but the guns that they have is brand new. and the song I'm getting from them, it seems like you all didn't appreciate the new guns. So we made a mistake here, because let me tell you this, in my 34 years, we have a lot of guns. And over the years, we made a mistake with giving the students a gun to go at home and prepare and such. And they did a real job with them. So a lot have burn marks and rips and tears whatsoever. So over the years, persons were really complaining. They were complaining that these guns, they look atrocious. But today I'm happy to announce that the alumni group in New York decided fit to donate 100 new guns. So Mr. Lazarus, Antoine, and any other member of the alumni group is here. Please stand. We are very grateful for your help, sir. And if you notice, there was a trend here. In 2024, it's only 100 we're dealing with. So we had 100 new transfers, now we have 100 new guns. You see, independence, they say we deal with 50, and MDC will deal with 100. So we had 100 new guns, as well as caps. And as usual, this alumni group, they continue to help this school in numerous ways. So this year, this will be the 12th or the 13th year of the academic awards, where they continue to recognize and reward our top students. We are extremely grateful for that also. So this year, I believe we were truly blessed. We have received a lot of help, and we are extremely grateful for that. And yet still haven't finished as yet in terms of the blessings that we have received. We commissioned a AV room in 2021. And sad to say, after the room was commissioned, we had a goodly gentleman who promised to adopt McDonald College. And he also promised to give us all the computers and laptops and everything that we need for that room. So we are very excited. Lo and behold, that man disappeared. So for many years, we have a nice room, a conditioned room, good furniture, everything. And we don't have any equipment. But as I said, 2024 is our year. Through the initiative of our past teacher and the PS in ICT, as well as the parliamentary rep for St. Patrick West, Mr. Joseph Andel, sooner rather than later, we will be receiving a fully equipped IT room. And if you don't know who's the IT PS I'm speaking about, it's no other than Mr. Philip Jeffrey Scott. So, they, in collaboration with the government of Grenada as well as the Republic of China, will be getting a modern IT room. And when I'm saying, I think it's time because you know sometimes when a lot of the good things come, you start in St. George's, the majority go to St. George's, and now to a certain extent to St. Andrew, and you know the rest barely filter to us. So we are extremely grateful for this, and sooner rather than later, we will have a big ceremony to open this thing. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey, and Brother Andel, who is not here. Staff update. A few staff members have left this institution during the academic year. Some have retired, and others have gone on to greener pastures. They are Mr. Cornball, who transferred to the GBSS, Mr. Aika Shaku Hamlet, who is currently in the Ministry of Education, and Mr. Eversley George, who now serves as the principal of the Grenada Christian Academy. These teachers were replaced by Ms. Nasha Alexander, Mr. Karim Francois, and Ms. John Alexander. We also had two of our auxiliary staff members who had reached the age of retirement. They are Ms. Lydia Julian and Mrs. Marian St. John, who are replaced by Ms. Nadia Belfon and Ms. Stephanie Alexander. At MDC, our teachers believe in lifelong learning. Since education is dynamic, and despite the rigors of the profession, during the period under review, 5 of our teachers were were successful in completing their master's degree. They are Mrs. Dancia Ganes Philip, Miss Cindy Ann Alexander, Mrs. Gina Landau, and Miss Juliet Best, and Miss Davelyn McEwen. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate them and wish them all the best in their future endeavors. Special mention must be made also of our District Education Officer, Ms. Marcia Francis, who is directly responsible for supervising the operations of the school. Ma'am, your astute stewardship and advocacy has made a positive difference in enhancing our educational product. And for that, I want to say thanks and look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you, Ms. Francis. To the 2024 graduating class of McDonald College, before I start, your invigilator, Mr. Hodge, who is not here with us, he sent a message a while ago, and he asked me to pass it on to you. And the message reads, today marks a turning point in your lives. From now on, you will be seen as young adults. Step up and be counted as such. You are responsible for your actions. Be strong, be courageous, and face the challenges with faith and purpose. Enjoy today and tomorrow to the fullest. God's blessing to you. This is from Mr. Hodge. So I would like to congratulate the graduating class. You have come a long way through perseverance. You now belong to the group of scholars at McDonald College who have committed to finishing your secondary education. I am sure that this experience has given you the tools you need to enjoy life, discover your calling, and make a big contribution to the advancement of humanity. Special thanks also to the parents of all the graduates for having faith in us and giving us the privilege to mold and shape your precious and beloved children. Thank you very much, parents. Graduates, despite the difficulties you have encountered over the past 5 years, you are inspired to forge ahead and recognize the importance of conquering adversity. And today we have a lot of different stories. We have many, many different stories. But I won't go into details. But in this class, we had a few young men who they decided to leave school. Yes, they decided to leave school. So they just left school on their own. We had one who left school and he found himself in trouble with the law. And then he took the decision to come back. And here, he was certain Mr. Andal would not take him back. So he came back and he was really trembling. Came to the office the first time, I sent him away. He came back the second time and he was prepared for a very long discourse. The discussion we had was just a few minutes. So I said to him, you want to come back to school? He said yes. I said, why did you leave in the first place? He can't answer. I said, well, okay, once you want to come back, you will start next week. And that was the end of the conversation. But I'm happy to announce today that he came back and so far he's doing extremely, extremely well. He still has his challenges, but he's doing extremely well. You know, just to conclude this story, so when he was in Form 4, and then he came to me and he complained. I said, what happened? You want to fight with this young man, you want to fight with another young man. I said, what has happened? So what happened between you all? So I called into all of them in the office and I tried to investigate the case. You know what happened? The next young man who is a member of this graduating class also, they did some exam and he was able to he got more than him, so he gave him a talk. And the man was really, really, really upset. I said, what happened? He said, so because he had more than me in the exam, he gave me talk. So I said, you would fight for that? And eventually we just dealt with that matter. Carry my calling, take a bow. Graduates, as you're about to leave this institution today, I would like to share this inspirational quote with you and I hope you find some form of motivation and inspiration from them. 1. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Joshua J. Marine. 2. Accept responsibility for your life. Know that it is you who will get where you want to go, and no one else. Let's go. 3. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Martin Luther King Jr. 4. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. Maya Angelou. Guardians, as you depart from MDC, we advise you to exercise caution and stay loyal to your convictions. Make sure to treasure and safeguard all that you have learned. Remember that you are the author of your life, and make the most of every opportunity that comes your way. Always remember your alma mater and proceeds with God's blessing. Blessings to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arnold, for your informative and encouraging message. And now for the subject awards, I invite Ms. Marcia Francis to the stage.
Hello, how are you? Lovely to meet you.
I'd like to invite Miss
Colin Francois. With a man,
Mr. Colin Francois.
Good morning, everyone. At this moment, we would like to recognize some of our outstanding students of this year's graduating class for their exceptional academic performances over the past few years. For visual arts, Raynel Philip. For building and furniture technology, Taquan George. For clothing, textiles, and fashion, Adriel Matheson. For English language, Cordelia Wilson. For family and resource management, Diamond John. For Principal of Accounts, Adrian Mark. For Integrated Science, Javon Olive. For Information Technology, Ruel Alexander. For Food, Nutrition and Health, Physical Education and Sports, Peaches Pantry. For English Literature, Geography and Social Studies, Melanie Ander. For Chemistry, Human and Social Biology, and Spanish, Shanik St. Louis. For Economics, Electronics, Electronic Document and Preparation Management, History, Office Administration, and Principles of Business, our very own salutatorian, Bennett Charles. For agricultural science, biology, English language, mathematics, physics, technical drawing, this year's valedictorian, Hope Bialy.
Education is hard work. Secondary school life requires a lot of focus and dedication. Let us put our hands together for all the graduates to receive awards. I now invite to the podium for the Department Awards, Mia Belfon, and the awards will be presented by Ms. Lorraine Diali. Let us welcome them.
The Donald Taylor Science Award. This award, which was established in 2011, is sponsored by the former teacher of McDonald College. His tenure at MDC began in 1963, during which he taught science, Spanish, and chemistry. Apart from being the school's first science teacher, he was also the first games master. In his honor, Blue House, Taylor House is named after him. We recognize Dr. Donald Taylor for the Donald Taylor Science Award, which is presented for the most outstanding students of the graduating class in the areas of chemistry, biology, and physics. It is with great pleasure I present the recipient for the 2024 Donald Taylor Science Award to Mrs. Hope Diali, our valedictorian. So the Donald Taylor Science Award will also like to award Ms. Diali with $1,000 to further her studies. The Catherine King Social Science Award. Mrs. Catherine King has spent the greater part of her life, 36 years, at her alma mater, McDonald College. She was a student at this institution from September 1975 to July 1981. As a student, she was an excellent athlete and netballer. As a teacher, she taught physical education, Bible knowledge, English language, history, social studies, and social studies. For many years, she was also the coach for our team's junior and senior netball team. The Social Science Award is presented to the student who excels in history, social studies, and geography. The award will be presented every year in honor of Miss Catherine King. This year's recipient is Miss Melanie Andel. The Elite Finance Award. The Elite Finance is a financial consulting firm founded in January of 2015 by Ms. Altisha FREDRICK, who is a former student of McDonald College. Her company provides accounting and other services to businesses around this Tri-Island state. The Business Award is presented to students who excel in principles of accounting, principles of business, office administration, economics, and electronic document preparation. Every year, this award is presented in honor of Ms. Altisha FREDRICK. This year's recipient is Mr. Bennett Charles. Finally, we have the Beverly Joseph Visual Arts Award. The Beverly Joseph Visual Arts Award is presented to the visual arts student who is, throughout their school career, has shown excellence in creativity, individuality, an ability to think outside the box, exquisite use of colors, has a meticulous eye for detail, neatness, works with different media, and adheres to deadlines. This award is presented every year in honor of Ms. Beverly Joseph. And this year's recipient is Ms. Renelle Phillips.
Hard work definitely pays off, but when hard work is recognized, it's incredible. Let us give the four students the luxury of the applause. Inviting now to the stage Ms. Andrea Date to present the Endurance to Excellence Award. So Ms. Nazinga Smith and Ms. Andrea Date, please come to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. The Form 5 Teachers Endurance to Excellence Award. The Form 5 Teachers Endurance to Excellence Award is a prestigious recognition given to a student who has demonstrated exceptional persistence and perseverance in their academic and personal life. This award honors a student who has overcome significant challenges, maintained a positive attitude, and exemplified respect and courtesy in all interactions. It is a testament to their resilience, determination, and unwavering commitment to their education and personal growth. The significance of this award lies in celebrating the spirit of overcoming adversity and inspiring others to strive to do the best that they can despite difficulties. The criteria used to choose this year's awardees include the following. 1. Academic perseverance. 2. Self-reliance and responsibility. 3. Positive attitude. 4. Respect and courtesy. 5. Personal growth and improvement. And 6. School life involvement. The first awardee is a young man who embodies respect and courtesy, always greeting the world with a warm smile. A dedicated sportsman who has represented with excellence his school and Grenada at the highest level. However, his journey has not been without challenges. I'm hearing a lot of names calling to the back of me. He faced significant difficulties in life, but demonstrated remarkable perseverance. Through determination and hard work, he rose above these obstacles. Throughout Form 5, he took on responsibility of supporting himself, balancing his job, and his commitment to his schoolwork. His dedication never wavered, and he continued to do his best academically and athletically. This awardee truly exemplifies the saying, though you may be weary, you must never quit. Today, we honor his extraordinary journey from struggle to triumph with the Endurance to Excellence Award. He will receive a crystal plaque, a letter of congratulations from the principal, and a monetary gift. It is with great pride and admiration that we present this award to Mr. Javon. Ladies and gentlemen, our second awardee's journey began with the odds against him. His story is another remarkable one of transformation and dedication. His early years were marked by behavioral challenges, but his story did not end there. Despite a rocky start, he made a complete turnaround, showing a remarkable dedication to his work and commitment to his success. His determination and hard work have led him to complete his studies, proving that no obstacle is too great to overcome. Outside of school, he is an avid fisherman, providing the community of St. Patrick with his excellent catches and contributing greatly to those around him. Today, we recognize his extraordinary journey of personal growth and resilience with this award. He will also receive a crystal plaque, a letter of congratulations from the principal, and a monetary gift. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Hadid Makai, the second recipient of the Endurance to Excellence Award.
Let us give them a round of applause. Javon, I'm very, very, very proud of you. And now, the Sports Clubs Awards. I invite to the stage Mr. Frankie Noel and Jade Paul. Also, Mr. Dennis Cornwall and Mr. Che Logie.
Good morning, everyone. So we would like to recognize the following students for their participation in extracurricular activities. So the awardees are, first we have Ezekiel Patterson, athletics and cricket. Ishmael John, athletics. Cameron Jeffrey, athletics and football. Nathaniel Fabian, athletics, football.
No problem.
Jaden Charles, athletics, football, cricket, basketball. Bennett Charles, athletics. Javon Bartholomew, athletics and cricket. Asley Bartholomew, athletics and cricket. Javon Olive, athletics, football. Kevin Alexis, football. Ethan Ino, football. Kiwani Mark, football. Deshaun Thomas, athletics, football.
Smile boy. Man like to smile at all.
Justin John, cricket. Adrian Mark, cricket. Karim McFarlane, basketball.
Big God. Big God. Forward.
Tile ball, basketball. Royal Alexander Athletics, basketball. Pitches Panchu, Athletics, football. Thank you, Mr. Cornwall.
What do you know? Is there a personality? No, is there a personality?
So we call on Mr. Chilogi, Mr. Chilogi.
Coming just now. At last. 22. Back.
Kairana Alexander Athletics. Veranda Roberts Athletics. Sierra Whiteman basketball.
We are continuing with the special awards in participation in extracurricular activities. In the area of basketball, Zurika Toussaint. For netball, Diamond John. Netball, Johnny Franklin. Netball, Bianca Ganes. Adrian Mark for choir and drum corps. Jamal Wellington for drum corps. Akin Philip, drum corps. Michael Andal, Red Cross. Nakaya Sylvester, 4H. Ezekiel Patterson, 4H. Kairana Alexander, 4H. Sabra Noel, 4H. Ciara Whiteman, Drumco. Hope Diali, Red Cross. Melanie Andel, Red Cross, Debate and Choir. Shania Philip, Girl Guides. Shanique St. Louis, Drumco and Choir. Kylie Bridgman, Drumco. Adriel Matheson, Choir. Jaleja Ma, Choir. Anaya Ferguson, Choir. Cordelia Hostin, Drumco and Choir. All right, so we have two others. Finally, most outstanding students. We have Hope Diali. And we also have Bennett Charles. Thank you very much, Mr. Logie.
Thank you very much to the presenting party and the students who received the awards. I now invite to the stage to present the Retired Workers Award, Mr. Carl Andel and Miss Katisha Daniel.
Good morning. The American singer and songwriter will.i.am wrote, "If you are a chef, no matter how good a chef you are, it is not good cooking if you're cooking for yourself. The joy is in cooking for others." Miss Lydia Julian and Miss Marian St. John truly embodied this sentiment. With a passion for cooking, they took great joy in preparing nutritious and tasty meals for our students and teachers day in and day out. Miss Lydia and Mrs. Marian were employed as cooks at our noble institution for over 20 years, a testament to their dedication and love for the school community. Their contributions, however, extended far beyond the kitchen. They were actively involved in various areas of the school, volunteering their time to help with special events and celebrations, all the special events that required food. We can all recall the enthusiastic cheers for their houses on Sports Day, a reflection of their school spirit and commitment. Miss Lydia was a staunch supporter of Nyack House, which is now Glen House, while Miss Marian was the Friday House champion. You could not go to the talk shop and speak of any other house. During the Michaelmas term of this academic school year, Mrs. Marian and Miss Lydia both retired. In October 2023, Miss Julian departed, and 2 months later, in December, Mrs. St. John followed. Their retirement marks the end of an era, but their legacy will continue to inspire us. Today, we are thanking these wonderful women for their many years of service and dedication to our institution. We wish them well in their future endeavors away from the workplace. Miss Lydia and Miss Marian, your hard work and dedication have left a lasting impression at McDonald College. We hope you enjoy long days of rest, relaxation, and happiness. Mr. Handel. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a round of applause to these remarkable women, as I now invite Miss Lydia Julian and Miss Marian St. John to receive tokens of our appreciation from our principal, Mr. Carl Andel. Ladies, your contributions have made a significant impact on our school community, and we are forever grateful. Thank you, Miss Lydia. And Miss Maria.
Thank you.
For everything that you have done. We wish you all the best in your well-deserved rest and retirement.
I now invite to the stage to present the McDonald College Alumni Awards, Mr. Lazarus Adwine, and the awards will be presented by Mr. Finley Jeffrey. Let us welcome them.
Good morning, good morning. About 20 plus years ago, a number of dedicated MDC students in New York decided to form an alumni association to give back to our alma mater. And in doing so, we did many projects. But the one that continued to burn in our hearts is academic excellence. And hence, the reason why we decided to give this award to the students in every form who have accentuated this excellence. Now, there was a mix-up before in the Donald Taylor Award, simply because we started the award and we called it Donald Taylor, and he decided to take it up. But for some reason, we took it back and continued. So that's why the award wasn't up here to be delivered. And I'm calling on my best friend, my compatriot in culture. He is on the calypso and on the master. And most of all, my student. When I taught in my college, very young and inquisitive young man, to be the trend that people have to follow in calypso today. So I'd like to call up on, let me explain about this award. This award has two parts. One, a nice plaque that the students can put on the wall to remember things like that. And it reads, MDC Excellence Association of New York presents to whosoever that is for academic excellence in a particular form. And together with that, we have a monetary gift. So I'd like to call up the Form 1 recipient of that award, 2024, Christoph Philip. Yeah, you have to hide the money. The Form 2 recipient, JDS Sylvester. The Form 3 recipient, Lily Lynch. And the Form 4 recipient, Macrell Silva. Macrell Silva. And of course, I talked about the Donald Taylor Award, which we give to Form 5, already did before. Well, thank you all for your hard work, and make sure other students will emulate you next year.
Thank you very much. And now for the Academic Excellence Awards, we're asking Mr. Tony Jeffrey to remain on and we call Ms. Ravina Lewis.
Pleasant afternoon, everyone. Apart from the most outstanding performers at each form level, the following students also performed remarkably well. They attained averages above 90%. We have Ms. Desha Bartholomew, and she's a student of Form 1M3. We have Mark Pierre Philip, also a student of Form 1M3. Miss Quenisha Sorayas, Form 3C3. And Miss Zoe Nicholas, a student of Form 3C4. So Jeffrey, please remain for one more. All right, we have an award for our top performer at last year's CSEC examination. That is Miss Kiana Daniel.
Thank you very much, P.S. Jeffrey. Recognition is motivation to continue pushing forward. So to all the students who received awards, congratulations and keep on working hard. Let us give them all this. And for a special award, I invite to the podium Carlene Chevron and Miss Best.
This esteemed gentleman started his missionary work at the Samaritan Presbyterian Church in September of 2021 and became the chaplain of McDonald College during that time. He brought with him a love for God and the enthusiasm to share the gospel with every person he encountered. He led staff devotions, participated in general assemblies, provided counseling services for the boys and girls, and taught religious education at the lower secondary. Determined, fearless, and passionate, he takes every action to ensure that the needs are met, even if it means doing it alone. His effort to form clubs that teach the faith and provide positive outlets for young people were tremendous. His invaluable contributions is noteworthy, and the McDonald College family wishes to thank him immensely for his services and selflessness. This gentleman is no other than our chaplain, Reverend Nigel Lindsay. We pray that God may bless you richly as you lead us and strengthen your commitment to continue serving Him wherever your missionary work leads you.
We now have our feature address delivered by P.S. Paul Lambert. Let us welcome him. Correction, Pastor Paul Lambert.
All right, before I establish the protocol, from the time of my immunization card, my name has been constantly being changed. They always find Paul Lambert songs better than Lambert Paul. All right, but that's okay. All right, Honorable Dennis Cornwall, MP for St. Patrick's East Constituency Office. Mr. Finley Jeffrey, PS, ITC and Housing Community Development. Reverend Nigel Lindsay, Presbyterian Church. Miss Marcia Francis, District Education Officer. Other members of the district team, Mr. Carl Andel, Principal. Members of the Central Board of Education. Former Principal, Mr. James Alexander, Ms. Lauren Diali, Mr. Lazarus Antoine, Alumni Association, New York, Chapter, Ms. Norma Belford, Alumni Association New York chapter, special invited guests, members of the PTA executive, teachers and other members of staff, parents, guardians, well-wishers, good afternoon. Our theme for today is embracing the journey from dreams to reality. There is a saying that goes that one of the places where can be considered the richest is the cemetery, because a lot of bright dreams are buried there. You see, today we gather to celebrate the significant milestone in your lives. It's a day filled with joy, pride, and a touch of reminiscence as we reflect on the journey that has brought you to this moment. I try not to slide too much. Is that better? Yes.
Y'all good?
Nice. All right. The theme of your graduation, embracing the journey from dreams to reality, encapsulate the essence of your experience and the adventures that lie ahead. I can tell you, in this world, there are a lot of things ahead. As you are here today, it is impossible not to marvel at how far you have come. Each of you started this journey with dreams. Some was vividly clear, others more like flickering whispers, and over the years, those dreams have taken shape. I understand some of you are already working, one already providing fishes to the people of St. Patrick's. That's dreams becoming reality. Transforming into plans and goals, and now as you stand at the precipice of adulthood into reality. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Don't follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." There was a particular day, some friends and I, we decided that we will form a trail. I like to give experiences. You understand the trail that they had when I came up? Because sometimes when you give speeches, the students or those who listen, you speak of someone that they do not know about. But when you can be real with them, it's more impactful. So there are some friends of mine who decided to form a trail. So we'll start by Mount Carmel Waterfall, go up in that road there, and we will start there and we will form a trail coming in granite and by the 3 poles. Remember, they say don't go where a path leads, but in fact, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. We started 7 o'clock in the morning. And audience, guardians, we arrived at the pole 7 o'clock in the night. And up to now, we cannot tell you where we passed. But despite that, when you try to form a trail for someone to follow, you may not be able to trace that path for them again, but you are gaining experiences from the journey that you have taken. You see, your time at Macdonald College has been about finding your path. Even where it wasn't always clear, you faced challenges, celebrated victories, and learned invaluable lessons along the way. Each experience, whether a triumph or a setback, has contributed to the person you are today. One of the greatest tests that all of us face was the test of COVID-19. But for you graduates, you can reflect when you had Zoom class. And you had to put on your school uniform, put on your camera while you're home in front of the computer. With your cameras on while you're wearing school uniform, with your classmates' mics being unmuted and hearing their parents shouting at them in the background. With the teachers having problems sharing their screens because they are not well acquainted with Zoom. With the internet dropping and reconnecting. You see, and despite all this, you have made it to this moment with pride and style. You see, your journey has been a tapestry woven with moments of inspiration, hard work, and perseverance. Remember the late nights you spent studying. the friendships forged, the teachers who challenge you to think beyond the obvious, and the activities that push you out of your comfort zone. These experiences have been building blocks of your dreams becoming a reality. I want to bring to your attention that sometimes when you have to go outside of your comfort zone is not something that as human beings we like to do. In the year 2011, I started my university education. The money that was available was only for one semester. Living in Grenada and going to Trinidad with money for one semester. I don't know where I was going to live. So somebody face to puzzle. You live in Grenada and go somewhere you don't know where you're going to live. In fact, I had to use 3 transportation. After I found a place, I had to use 3 transportation to get to school and 3 to return home. But the interesting thing about it is that once you step out of your comfort zone, God will always step with you. And I always say to people that the first place I lived when I was studying, the only thing I had to pay was what? Was respect. That's the only thing I had to pay was respect. Because when you step out of your comfort zone, I say God will always step with you and you will accomplish great things. Don't get comfortable where you are. Be willing to explore the world. You see, and I want you to understand today that there is a saying that goes like this, that God helps those who help themselves. I would like to take a moment to bring to your attention the fact that the chills running down your spine, the joy that flooded your faces today, far surpasses the sacrifices made to reach this grand stage. A well-known saying is that challenges are not obstacles, they are opportunities. And today it is your opportunity. Your opportunity to graduate. Your opportunity to make your parents, your guardians, and your friends proud. Your opportunity to position yourself for greater success. Today, it is your opportunity. However, you may not achieve what you want very easily, but you have to press on and press on despite what challenge may come your way. Because as you blossom, you will face some real challenges. And when I say real challenges, I mean real challenges. Because I want you to understand that friends will discourage you, but you have to press on. I said family members will sometimes forsake you, but you have to press on. Enemies will criticize you, you can't make it, but you have to press on. I said failures will meet you, but you have to press on. Robert F. Kennedy said, only those who dare to fail greatly can achieve greatly. As I move on, I move to a well-known character. And because of him, we have lights over our head. Thomas Edison, he failed 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. Listen. Although the exact number of tries has been debated, ranging from 1,000 to 10,000 attempts, it's safe to say that Edison tried and failed a whole lot of time before he successfully created this beacon of light. But listen to this. His response to his repeated failures, he said, I have not failed, but I have learned 10,000 ways that the light bulb won't work. You see, before I wanted to understand that before I started TAMCC, I realized that I did not have the funds that my parents didn't have. But when there is challenges that is ahead of you, that's not the time to sit back, fold your hands in peace. But that's the time to look outside of the box. I started construction, I finished secondary school in 2003 and I started TAMCC in 2008. And at that time, I was making use of myself. I was not in any problem with the law, but at that time, I took the opportunity to learn some good construction skills. And mind you, I believe that every male especially, every male in Grenada should at least spend 6 months in a construction field. You can't have a mining house and you can't use a hammer. At least 6 months. Go on a construction field and learn some basic things to do around the house. So you have to learn to step out of your comfort zone. But I want you to also understand that while you are going into trying to achieve things in life, you will face some challenges. And sometimes what might seem as a problem is just because of how you are looking at it, your perspective. Listen to this. The greatest is all about perspective. Just when you think you are failing, when things seem to be going wrong, a change in perspective shines a bright light of realization that you just might be succeeding in other ways. Let me break it down for you. There was a little boy. He was outside one day. He had a baseball bat in his hand and he had a ball in his hand as well. He decided that I will prepare myself to be the greatest hitter in the world. So the one who has the bat in baseball, they consider the hitter, and the one who throws the ball is considered the pitcher. He threw up the ball the first time and he said, I am the greatest hitter in the world. Swung the bat, missed. He did not stop. After that, he did it the second time. He said, I am the greatest hitter in the world. Threw up the ball, swung the bat, and missed. He said this was strike 2. And the third time he did it again, he said, I am the greatest hitter in the world. Threw up the ball, swung the bat, missed. And he said, whoa, I am the greatest pitcher in the world. You see, he changes his perspective and kept the spirit of optimism. The best is and will be possible no matter what people say or think of you, you can succeed. As you move forward, embracing the journey ahead, I encourage you to carry with you the wisdom of Steve Jobs and listen to this carefully. He said, your work, and I quote, your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And you know how hard mommy and daddy does the work. A large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe. The only way to do a great work is to love what you do. I caution you today. Don't choose a career or a field of study because of your friends. Sometimes when you leave and you go to college, you're confused, you don't know what you want. So you follow something what your friend is doing. But don't do what your friends are doing. But don't do something because it is highly paid only. Don't do it because it is prestigious. I charge you and I encourage you, don't settle for a job. Settle for a career. Settle for a passion. Let your passion guide you. Let your curiosity lead you to new discoveries and let your dreams evolve into reality. I want to bring to your attention that sometimes the career path that you choose is what you love, but it won't be easy. The job that you might choose, you will love it, but it won't be easy. In the year 2017, I was given an offer to go to San Andres, Colombia to work. Can't speak Spanish, but you're taking work in a Spanish country. Can you imagine that? I accepted the offer. I didn't have an interview. They heard about me and they called me. You see, once you do what you have to do and you're doing well, opportunities will find you. Sometimes people say, and this freestyle now, sometimes people say that when you go to study, you're going to waste time. 4 years you're going to school for. I tell people, it's better to prepare for an opportunity and it doesn't come, than not be prepared and the opportunity comes and you're not prepared for it. So I was prepared, and the opportunity came and I accepted it. I went over there, and when I arrived over there, I realized that I have one problem. The first problem, I can't speak the language. I could have rejected the offer. But I decided to dedicate some time in learning the language. I used to spend about 3 to 4 hours on my personal time. Not in class, no teacher have to call me. On my personal time to learn the language. And today, I won't say that I'm so fluent, but I can handle myself because I stepped outside of my comfort zone and I was determined to achieve what God has placed before me. You see, today, you are entering a world full of possibilities. It is a place where your dreams can flourish, but also where you will encounter new challenges. It is in this moment of challenge that I urge you to remember the words of Nelson Mandela. He said, "It always seems impossible until it is done." You see, believe in your ability to overcome obstacles. No matter how insurmountable the day may seem, you have already proven that you have resilience and determination because you are here today to turn dreams into reality. And don't forget that God is there for you. The Bible says in Philippians chapter 4 verse 13, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." I love to share that story. Somebody may say, "I heard it before," but it's quite applicable not only to students, not only to the graduates, but to all of us in life. The story was told that it's an allegory, it's not a true story, but you know how crabs are. It was about a bucket with some crabs in it. And the crabs, when they're in bucket, they always try to do what? They always try to get out of the bucket. And they were trying to come out of the bucket, and every time they start climbing out of the bucket, the other crabs will say to them, "You can't make it." And with the noise and the demotivating statements that are made towards them, they will fall back in the bucket. But there was a crab in the bucket. This crab, I would say, it was a physically challenged crab. Missing one biter, missing a few toes, and this crab attempted to go out of the bucket. Well, if you're missing toes, and you're missing a bundle, and those that have biter can't make it, you can't make it. But this crab was going up, and he hooked one toe, and flipped over, hooked the biter that he had, and flipped over out of the bucket. There was deafening silence in the bucket. A young crab looked at his mother and said, "What happened? How come this crab was able to get out of the bucket after we shouted that he wouldn't make it, after we shouted that he was going to fall back down?" The mother looked at the baby crab and said, "This crab was a deaf crab." And today I want you to understand you have to be deaf to criticism, deaf to negativity, deaf to toxic relationships. Are you listening to me? Deaf to the things that the people say to you, and believe that with God you can be successful. Graduates, as you leave the halls of McDonald College, take with you the knowledge that your journey is just beginning. There are plenty of things ahead of you. Embrace your opportunities, learn from every experience, and never be afraid to dream big. The journey from dreams to reality is not a straight path, but a winding road filled with a lot of unexpected turns. Embrace these twists and turns, for they are the very essence of life. They give a thrill to life. Let me just share something quickly. I'm about to close. When I came and I did a consecration service for them, when I finished the consecration service, one of them said, "Miss, bring it back. And don't let it talk for short, let it talk long." I won't be talking long today. I'm about to conclude. When you're about to launch out, you're finishing secondary school and you are going into a new sphere of life, you have to bear in mind that your possibilities, your opportunities are not your friends. I mentioned shortly previously that I started college in 2008. I finished secondary school in 2003. And after that, when I started college, it was a good time. But I spent a lot of time outside of school. And when I finished college in 2010, my plan, listen to me, when I was in college, listen, in the communication class 1, the teacher said, "I want you all to write an essay." Listen carefully. We're talking about dreams into reality. She said, "I want you to write an essay. The essay that I want you to write is where do you see yourself in the next 10, 15 years? I said, "Okay. I like to dream big and I'm very determined." I said, "So listen, in simple terms, I wrote in that 10 or 15 years, I will be a civil engineer. I will be bilingual and I will be a preacher, not a pastor. Just preaching and baptizing plenty of people for Jesus." It didn't work out so. But I'm still bilingual. I still preach, I still give the life to Jesus. And I have the opportunity to impact many lives. But in addition to that, I want to share something with you. You might think you have a slow start. So I finished school in 2003, started secondary school, started college 2008, finished 2010. Unfortunately, after I finished, my mom died. Young mom, 48 years, got sick Friday, died Sunday, just like that. Anyway, then after I went to university the next year, 2011, finished 2016. That's my undergraduate program. And after I finished, 2020, started my graduate program. I just completed it, and by the mercies of God, next year I'll be graduating with that graduate program, a master's degree. I want you to understand that there is nothing beyond your reach. And don't look at your friend because the family or the parents might be able to sustain them from this part onward. If you have to work, work. But remember, while you are working, you will not forget the objective. You will not forget that this is what I want to become. And despite my challenge now, I will rise above my challenge and I will be that man or that woman that God wants me to be and that I desire to be. In closing, I would like to leave with you the quote of Eleanor Roosevelt. He says, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Unquote. As you step into the future, hold on to the beauty of your dreams. Nurture them, chase them, watch as they transform into reality. As we navigate the history of our lives, let us remember and let us bear in mind that there is a bigger graduation ceremony coming. And let us all be ready and prepared for that grand graduation ceremony. When Jesus will return to take every one of us to our home, those who are ready. You see, at this point, CXC certificate doesn't matter. Bachelor's degree doesn't matter. Master's degree doesn't matter. Doctoral degrees doesn't matter. I say it will not be the one to guarantee us graduation, but by the grace of God. And it is available to all of us because the Bible says in Titus 2:11, "For the grace of God that bringeth salvation had appeared to all men." There is a message on the internet that says, "Noah was a drunk. Abraham was too old. Jacob was a liar. Leah was ugly. Joseph was abused. Moses had a stuttering problem. Gideon was afraid. Samson was a womanizer. Elijah was suicidal. Jonah ran from God. Job went bankrupt. Peter denied Christ. Martha worried about everything. The Samaritan was divorced more than once. Zacchaeus was too short. Paul was too religious. Timothy had an ulcer. Lazarus was dead, but God helped them all. And He can help you too. So the price of success? The road to success is not straight. There is a curve called failure, a loop called confusion. There are speed bumps called friends. There are red lights called enemies. There are caution lights called family. You will have flat tires called jobs. But you can't end there. But if you have a spare wheel called determination, and an engine called perseverance, and an insurance called faith, and a driver called Jesus, you can make it to a place called success. Congratulations, class 2024. Embrace your journey. Make your dreams lead you to extraordinary realities. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Pastor Lambert, you took me to church for a little bit, so I kind of need to know where your church is so I can attend sometimes. I am sure the graduates thought your presentation was impactful and powerful, and we thank you very much for it. Let us give them a round of applause. I now invite Melanie Andel to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Pastor Paul, for such an inspiring feature address. But wait, he did not tell you who he was, so I will tell you. Pastor Lambert Paul, our esteemed feature address speaker, grew up as the youngest of 3 siblings in the village of Subit, St. Andrew. He attended St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School from 1998 to 2003 and later graduated with an associate degree in building construction technology from T.M. Marshall Community College in 2010. His passion for spiritual leadership led him to complete a degree in pastoral theology from the University of Southern Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago in 2016. He is currently pursuing a master's degree in pastoral theology from the Inter-American Adventist Theological Seminary in the United States. Pastor Paul has served as a pastor in the South District of the Colombian Islands Mission in San Andres, Colombia from 2017 to 2018. He is now a dedicated district pastor with the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. He is the proud husband to one beautiful wife, Lucy, and father to an energetic baby girl, Riel. Known for his charisma and authenticity, Pastor Paul is not just a beloved spiritual leader, but also a sports enthusiast who loves football, cricket, and athletics. He has a special fondness for young people, which made him a perfect fit for today's occasion. It was a true privilege to have him with us today. The graduating class of 2024 holds him in high regard, and we were all excited to hear from him. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Melanie. And now, for the most joyful part of today's ceremony, the presentation of diplomas to our graduates. I invite to the stage Miss Nazinga Smith and Miss Makita George. They will be doing the citation for all our graduates. The first part of the presentation, I invite Mr. Dennis Cornwall to do the presentation of certificates or diplomas. And the second part of the presentation will be done by Principal Mr. Carl Andel.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Hope Nan, a beautiful, intelligent young lady who can be always seen with her twin. Academic prowess aside, her performance this sports season can be summed up by the saying, the race is not for the fastest, but for those who can endure to the end. She is a TikTok lover and fashionista who has a great future ahead. Our valedictorian and future doctor.
Adorable Adriel Matheson, a little lady who at first glance appears as adorable as a button. That is until she is defending her friend, who always seems to be in the middle of some drama. Then you'll hear a voice that could shake a building. Sadly, that's where the ferocity ends for Adriel, as she's all bark and no bite.
Serene Shania Fulton, a quiet, determined young lady with more faith than Joel. Shania is an inspiration for many of her classmates and teachers. Despite the odds, she has pressed on and embodies the saying, make each day count.
Congenial Cordelia Colson, an intelligent, beautiful, and charming young lady. Coco has an amazing smile that charms the boys and can have them going crazy. That is until she gets on the track, because there, smile or no smile, her position is set as the one with no one behind her.
Thoughtful Tinica Joseph, a friendly young lady who always has a story to tell. Usually, the stories have very little essence, but the theatrics will keep you engaged.
Scintillating Trini St. Louis. A gorgeous young lady who, despite experiencing great loss, faces the world with the most beautiful smile. That smile, matched with her intelligence, is a deadly combination. So much so, there is a young man in this graduating class promising her an entire supermarket if she only gives him one chance.
Splendid Shamika St. John. A very pleasant young lady who is simple and humble. Her radiant smile is always one to look forward to on gloomy days.
The charming Diamond John, a focused young lady who is a boss in the kitchen. With such top-notch cooking skills, this diamond was surely sparkle her way into your stomachs and eventually into your wallets. Just ask Isha about it.
Alori Anaya Ferguson, Darby's TikTok queen, hot girl and dancer, play any rhythm, and she will sweep you off your feet. Simultaneously, she will drain you of your last ounce of patience, because every event she's always fashionably late with 500 questions, and she never seems to really know what is going on. I guess being a party just takes that time.
Genoette Jenny Franklin. Genoette, a word that means to have a regal beauty like a goddess, Genoa. Jenny naturally embodies this word and makes every attempt to preserve it. So much so that when she accidentally busted her lip at school, the first words leaving her mouth was, "Miss, am I still pretty?"
Affable Ashley Laverty, a soft-spoken and amiable young lady who goes about her business and never bothers anyone. Ashley walks around the school campus so softly that if she matches an ant, it won't even feel it.
Nonchalant Kizzy Patterson. Ever heard the saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover"? Well, that was invented after the great Kizzy. Her stern face may be intimidating to men. However, underlies the most beautiful smile.
Charismatic Ciara Whiteman, a young lady with many talents. She can be found dunking a ball one day and then sweetly singing on the next. With such diverse expertise, she is bound to do well in the future.
Kind-hearted Kylie Bridgman, a reserved young lady who moves to the beat of her own drum. A talented singer who never misses a note, but often forgets the lyrics.
Zestful Zurica Tuesdays, a lovely young lady who seems to be always busy to get to somewhere, or is late for some appointment, because the speed and regularity in which she walks is often alarming. 1 minute you will pass her walking to her classes, and before you turn, she will be down by Calico Supermarket getting her goodies.
Spirited Sarah Noel, a brilliant young lady and an awesome public speaker who has the ability to be a great politician, and she can sway Micah to do anything she wants him to. We expect great things from you here.
Personable Peaches Pancho, a passionate, talented, and well-rounded character athlete. Peaches is well known among many sporting disciplines. She carries the same passion with her in every facet of her life, from cheerleading to arguing absolutely about nothing.
Judicious Chalasia Mark, A vocalist, pan player, and pageant girl with talents beyond her years. This rising star is bound to need a social media manager when she reaches celebrity status. And she frequently gets offended and causes drama over posts that have absolutely nothing to do with her.
Kavachin Corona Alexander, an athlete who supports her house with great pride. Kirona is usually in a world of her own. Monday can fall on a Friday, and the entire school can crumble around her, and she would never know.
Beautiful Bianca Ganes. A young lady whose walk and demeanor embodies the saying, one today, one tomorrow. Her sluggish movements sometimes can make someone who is standing think they are walking as well, or a driver think they are in reverse. Better one today and one tomorrow than never, I guess.
Serene Shania Philip, a quiet, free-spirited young lady who always smells amazing. Two things for certain, one thing for sure, Shania's edges will always be on fleek, just like her dancing, and she will always be late.
Vibrant Verondel Ross, an athlete who always gives her best, only when she is winning her race. Once Verondel notices her competitors are passing her, this young lady immediately sustains an injury that miraculously disappears once the race is over.
Radiant Reynald Phillip, an amazing artist with a dashing smile that will warm your heart. But what? Reynald really loves her belly. In every practice session, she's bound to have a buster and a sandwich. If not, you will swear she's the only one in the world that has ever experienced the feeling of hunger. You're right, my girl. Belly over business.
Joyous Jasmine Paul, a persevering sweetheart who is always reminding her teachers of how beautiful they look, whether she truly believes it or not. If that doesn't do the trick, she simply says her catchphrase. Looking good so, and goes on her merry.
Majestic Melanie Angle. Academically brilliant, self-motivated, and focused, Melanie is involved in almost every facet of the school's life. So much so that she was voted captain of Alexander's house and has never even given them an actual point. Girl, your motivation is what matters, and trust me, it helps.
Wow, this is going to go fight you with Nia Paul.
Nia Paul, sorry, no meeting.
Non-belligerent, Nakaya Sylvester. Known, and he's already been given his name. Known as the pastor of the graduating class, Nakaya is never afraid to utter a word of prayer that would blow the door off his hinges. As a pastor, however, Nakaya's mentorship would have to be extremely careful with what he says. As the slightest remark would have him deeply offended and feeding you with a long spoon for days.
Splendid Celix Tuesdays. Our gentle giant, Celix, can always be seen in all his glory around sports time, manning his Friday's house troops in active preparation for March Past. What you may not see is the long list of complaints he must divulge and the ranting protests he must give each day before really doing his duty he has volunteered to do himself.
Gentle Jivon Mythology. This giant is known for breaking records when a shot put is placed in his hand. At graduation practice, he was so displeased when he learned he would be seated behind the girls. He threw one of his well-known tantrums. only to be followed by that sly smile. Who knew a powerful guy had such a fragile heart? Terrific T1 Charles. George, sorry. Usually the saying goes that there is a solution for every problem. In T1's world, however, he finds a problem for every solution. After a 5-minute conversation with him, you will find yourself needing a visit to his parlor, as he casually takes a basket of worries and rests it on your shoulder. Upon closer inspection, you will realize the basket is empty because his complaints and nothing are the same. Superb Shaquille Batiste. Tall, dark, and handsome. A catch for any young lady. An intelligent man who seems too comfortable with the idea that passing is just enough. He firmly adheres to the belief. Why fight for A when you can just use the passing through? With your potential, Shaquille, we hope this further into. Thank you, Honorable Minister. We ask Mr. Andor, School's Principal, to continue the distribution of the programs. Brilliant Bennett Charles. This supremely intelligent young man glides through McDonald College as a priest reverently entering a church. Bennett accepts good news and bad news the same way, as if it is no news at all. This year's salutatorian. Kinley Kadeem McFarlane, a cool young man who seems to have trouble identifying his left from his right or learning how to rock to a beat, as I'm sure you've noticed. However, don't be fooled by his lack of coordination on land. On the open seas, Kadeem is a superstar. He's a respected fisherman and businessman who proudly tells his classmates, one thing I know for sure, I'm not leaving school to work for minimum wage. We can't doubt him with that. Captivating Cameron Jeffrey. Milo, as he is known, is an avid lover of football. I'm not sure though if the love is reciprocated. A striker on the football team who in 4 years has scored more goals than he has scored. Thoughtful Treshawn Archibald, a seemingly quiet young man who has never visited Mr. Anna's office for wrongdoing. Don't let his short stature shine in your for you. This boy is a boss photographer. He will jump out of a moving vehicle to snap photos of vehicles for his Instagram page. This is something you actually did. Kishon Thomas. This reserved young man who has his eyes set on becoming an officer of the law may need to set his sights a little further, maybe as a member of the King's Guard. We believe he would fit in nicely as Kishon so thick, standing in front of Buckingham's Palace for hours to be a breeze for him. Motivating Micah Handel, an intelligent young man who is always in the company of ladies. A walking ghost, one might say. He goes through the school's compound practically unnoticed. He can live in the Middle East with ease. Nothing seems to bother him. Jovial Javon On. A persistent, resourceful young man who tries his best despite the odds. An excellent sportsman who sometimes overextends his promises a bit further than he can meet. It is alleged, in his attempts to court a young lady from this graduated class, he promised her if she only gives him a chance, he would give her every and anything she wants from a particular supermarket associated with. We can only hope it works out for both Javon and the young lady present, but things don't look too promising.
Amiable Akin Philip, also known as the most talented DJ skiller. Akin is a friendly, kind-hearted young man who is not only good on the ones and twos, but is an amazing chef and tailor. Akin is the definition of anywhere they plant him, he must grow.
Intellectual Ishmael John, a dedicated and disciplined athlete who consistently gives his all on the field. Ishmael is an intellectual indeed. Ask him a yes or no question, and he will proceed to take you on a meandering journey with the most unnecessarily drawn-out lecture, and then end it with, you check.
Mellow Michael Richards, a smart young man who believes in the adage that nothing comes easy. Well, except when it comes to gaming. To him, it's not just easy, it's a birthright.
And Barry Isabel Patterson, a man of few words, but the few words he speaks are always fierce. Isabel is the only student who came to graduation practice day but refused to participate. He showed up just to make sure we knew that he was there. You better not tell him anything about it though, or those few words he speaks would immediately turn into a fiery speech with facial expressions to match.
Judicious Janelle Valentine. Janelle is the sly fox of the graduating class. If he's not somewhere dancing with his crew, he's probably somewhere trying to get himself out of trouble he willingly walked into.
Affluent Aton Ino. A quiet but talented young man who possesses wonderful football skills he isn't too keen on using. Aton is known to usually be in classes that are not his own. Once his good pal Bennett is present, bet your bottom dollar Aton will be there too.
Easy going Eli John. A rose among thorns, a true supporter. For once he was around, Nine House was bound to get the envied egg contribution. Eli has proven to his parents and teachers that he is a true gem, and that when it comes to his nap time, he is indeed a formidable force. Almost every day, he would be caught by some teacher racing home through the pasture in time to make it for part 2 of his daily naps, usually on whether the school is over or not.
Justin Jaden Richards. With the aliens, Papa. He represents the population of the Walking Dead. Dead but alive. Aware but unaware. Here but not. The perfect candidate for a zombie apocalypse film.
Desirable Deshaun Thomas. With a nickname perfectly suited to his entire demeanor, syrups every action, whether as team captain on the football field or running the graduation march, is as slow as syrup falling from a spoon. The only time we see any form of speed from this young man is when he's wearing his yellow on sports day, trying to defend his winning house's title.
He said, try. That's his song. Ambitious Aubrey Springer, an intelligent young fellow who is dedicated to his success. Aubrey is very reserved. That's until he is deep into gaming with his pals. Outside of that, getting Aubrey to speak It's as hard as getting an NNP supporter to wear an NDC jersey or vice versa.
Jubilant Jimmy K. A big little man, one might say, who always fights 35 minutes out of the 40 minutes he spends at the school gym to look at himself in the mirror and take out pictures. Looking at him, one would assume he's as strong as a lion, when in fact, he's as weak as Maddie's rope and bridge.
Hyde Iwani, a seemingly quiet fellow who graced us with his presence so sparingly at school that when he attended graduation practice, he was practically a stranger to the majority of his class. We must congratulate Iwani, however, as although he was rarely seen, he was dedicated to showing up for practice with the same dedication that he shows up with on the football.
Jovial Justin John, an awesome cricketer who we will be seeing on the big screen one day. A lover boy who definitely is persistent and full of tricks. Justin spent many evenings dedicating his time and effort preparing to represent our school at the Intercol March Past, having left feet did not stop him, as his bay will be present, and where bay is, Justin will be there also.
Audacious as the McGarvey. This young man understands the value of time and presence. This is why, if an award was given for the student with the most absences, that would be active. I guess he was determined to make his mark one way or another.
Triple Kimron Williams, known as Basil to his small plate. Kimron is the embodiment of he did what he really did. We never had any problems with Kimron during graduation practice, not because he's as quiet as a church mouse, but also because he was hardly ever there.
Noble Nathaniel Fabian, an excellent athlete and footballer. Nathaniel must have the shoulders of Goliath, as he casually carried Friday's house all school season. This might explain his voracious appetite. Nathaniel's social studies teacher even nicknamed him the beggar of the class, because one thing he hates to see is someone elbows bending without him getting a shake.
Ambitious Adrian Mark. Once Sankara enters the room, the phrase, Lord Sankara Kotakwi, immediately follows him. A talented drummer who believes he's the most popular guy amongst the ladies and is always attempting to chat them up with little to no success.
Realistic Ruel Alexander, a decent young man who loses everything he owns except his temper. The day he gets angry will be the same day that a car is angry.
Devotee Dante Modeste, a handsome young man who can always be found in the vicinity of the ladies, plotting and planning for some way to bend the rules. Dante will listen to all of your instructions, nod in agreement and say, yes, miss, every step of the way, but as soon as you turn your back, he proceeds to do the direct opposite.
Kind Kevin Alexis. This young man detests wearing his school tie. As a matter of fact, I am sure if Kevin has it on today, it was a struggle for him to put it on. The corporate world wouldn't see Kevin, but don't worry, this money man, he always has a plan.
Joyful Jaden Charles, a handsome chap who is affectionately known as Boise. He's an amazing footballer who has won the hearts of many on and off the field. You want a guy of substance? One that can bring you to town and take you to the movies and give you KFC? Check Jada, because the big checks will be collected is
football career would definitely be able to sustain the entire graduating class and more. Relentless Raven Philip, cool, calm, and collected. This natural born hustler is a man who always has a plan. Whether it's a scheme to get ahead or a plot to trick itself, who can bet he has started to.
Tactical Tyrell to Saint, a man who works in his own time and is always accompanied by his friend, Mr. Excuse. He is not only graduating with his high school diploma, but also with a master's in justifying delays and finding reasons to do things in his own pace.
Talented Tyrell Burr, a respectful young man who possesses the height of Goliath, the skills of Stephen Curry, but the heart of a lady. Thank you, Sarah.
Let us give a lusty round of applause to these people. They are now and now we have a song from them. It's called Go Let Go.
It's already. Next one. I'm singing.
Giving it all away, but nothing seems to do. You turn around and say, I want to see things are not my way. If you really try, I feel anyway.
You don't know for sure if things are better. You don't know. I see that it gets so. You don't never try. I fight for this weather. Then I live a lifetime.
If you have a dream, please don't let it go. Just know it in your heart that it works out for sure. If you have a dream, you better let it go. You make it through another day. Please don't let it go. Please don't let it go.
Is there cause you are bound to lose, and yes, you can hurt. So what are you gonna do? Go sit around and listen, find something to do.
Know you are there, breathing another If you search your soul deep inside, then you will find the light. Please don't let it go. Please don't let it go. Even though you hurt, even though you cry, please don't let it go. Please don't let it go. Please don't let it go.
I just don't hungry. No, that's the only one bad.
That was a lovely rendition. Let us give them a hand again. If you want to refresh yourselves, we have a well-stocked bar and light refreshments available for purchase. So they're not free. So please support. Thank you. At the talk shop. We now have the intelligent and beautiful Hope Diaby, and she will do the valedictory address.
Honorable Dennis Cornwall, MP for St. Patrick's East, St. Patrick's Constituency Office, Mr. Finley Jeffrey, PS, with responsibility for ICT and housing and community development, Reverend Nigel Lindsay, Presbyterian Church, Miss Marcia Francis, District Education Officer, other members of the district team, Mr. Paul Handel, Principal, members of the Central Board of Education, Pastor Paul Lambert, guest speaker, former principals, Mr. Alexander James, Mr. James Alexander, and Mr. Diaby, Mr. Lazarus Antoine, Alumni Association, New York Chapter, Ms. Norma Belcon, Alumni Association, New York Chapter, specially invited guests, members of the PTA, executive, teachers, and other members of staff, parents and guardians, graduates, well-wishers. Good afternoon to all. It is my utmost pleasure to speak to you today on behalf of the 2024 graduates of McDonald College as we celebrate the end of another milestone in our lives. I would first like to express the most heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to our parents who sacrificed to a great extent to ensure the completion of our secondary school education, our teachers and principals who dedicated years of diligent work to facilitate the thrive of learning for us all, and most importantly, our God, who blessed us with life, health, and strength which we needed to make it to this day. Until today, I was yet to accept this small statement that Mr. Andal would always preach to us almost every Monday in assembly. We are not just a school, we are a family. The relationships we have built, the time we have spent together, and the memories that we share brings forth a binding, everlasting love, not only between us students, but also the teachers and staff at this institution. 3 of these past 5 years were disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic, which probably could have been prevented if bats were left tucked inside the remote Chinese caves. However, those long draining months spent in quarantine were somewhat enjoyed. I remember that feeling of disappointment when it was announced that school would reopen. Yet still, the day-in, day-out system was not sufficient for us to tell the tales of what we were really doing while the teachers were frantically calling our names during Zoom classes, or why our cameras mysteriously stopped working during PE class. If my memory serves me right, there were a few times when classes were in progress and I was outside tending to my animals or sneaking through the bushes to go to the beach. Though we were not able to experience many school activities, there being no fairs, no sports, no school football games, and no intercom really took a toll on us. As a proud student of Alexander House, I must make mention of the 2 victories we achieved at sports in the last 3 years that left the other houses enraged, especially the people of my house who had proved front place was there after 1 year. Every year, last place was designated to my friends and I in cross country, heats, and road race, but that never stopped us from being the loudest spectators in the stands on sport field. In this batch of students, there are some exceptionally talented and devoted athletes who I am certain will persevere into regional or international stars in the years ahead. It is really absurd how quickly our time in secondary school has come to an end. Wasn't it just yesterday when we were sitting in this very hall for orientation and the day before for registration? Time waits on no one. Back then in Form 1, we were filled with anxiety as to what going to a new school would behold. Just like today, 5 years later, as we ponder on what should be our subsequent steps towards accomplishing our goals. The theme for this graduation is embracing the journey from dreams to reality. A vital concept in the appreciation of the time and effort taken by all the students of this class to passionately act on the goals we have set to accumulate our CNC examinations to the best of our abilities. Though we were faced with many challenges throughout our tenure at McDonald College, we were able to nobly receive our diplomas here today, which justifies the intricate dance between diligence and outcome, dreams and reality. The duration of time spent at this institution consisted of classmates moving to different schools and others joining us here to become the menace that we are today. Each student developed his or her own personality and talents, from the talkative class clown to the class leaders and followers, dancers, singers, photographers, debaters, and artists. The creation of different friend groups never stopped us from sticking up for each other when in tricky situations. The secret of who really close to it when the French teacher was approaching the class will be forever kept by the students of Form 2 before. We'll forever keep the blame on the blame. And let's not forget the trips we took to the beach if a teacher was only 5 minutes late during holiday classes, or the hide and seek games that we would play with the teachers to avoid classes. That is without the teacher's knowledge of the game, of course. Our mischievous ways never prohibited our chances to represent and give good accounts of ourselves at academic, sporting, and creative competitions, which demonstrates the holistic and high-quality system of education and experiences offered to us at McDonald College. I once again take this opportunity to thank everyone who made our secondary school education a success. The recipe for success that I acquainted myself to throughout my entire school life has been time management, prioritization, and consistency. By organizing tasks based on importance and urgency, time can be allocated efficiently. Maintaining daily routines and habits help to sustain productivity and progress towards long-term objectives. Setting clear priorities and sticking to a schedule can lead to better time utilization and overall success. I quote a saying by Colin Powell: "A dream doesn't become a reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work." End of quote. To my fellow classmates, graduation is a significant milestone that marks the end of our hard work and dedication. As we part ways, let's cherish the memories we've created together and carry the lessons learned forward into our future endeavors. Remember, our paths may diverge, but the bonds we share as classmates will always unite us. I wish each and every one of you success and happiness in your next chapter. I conclude with this poem by Kimberly Reinhardt, as I also recited during my primary school valedictory speech. Graduation is a time to remember and a time to dream. A time to look back and a time to reach forward. A time for songs of laughter and a time for tears of joy. A time for letting go, and a time for discovering hopes and dreams that are yet unlocked. A time to say goodbye to yesterday, and a time to greet tomorrow with courage. A time for loving hearts together, and a time to celebrate all that you are and all that you may become. I bid you farewell and all the best as we commence another significant milestone in our lives. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. And now for a very touching moment which I witnessed during practice, token to parents. So all graduates will gift their parents and guardians tokens of appreciation.
Watching everybody walk. One little so what is me?
Parents, you should be seated in the order you will go.
And I learned to love. Never have I felt I could be all that. And no other love will do. Every moment that you smile chases all pain away. Forever in the wild, my heart is where you stay. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. The stars are all alive right now. It's a perfect time to say I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I fell love in you, and no other love will do. That's why I love you.
Who's next?
I found love in you, and I've learned to love me too. Never have I felt that I could be all that you see. It's like our hearts have intertwined into the perfect harmony. This is why I love. Ooh, this is why I love. Because you love me. You love me. This is why I love. Ooh, this is why I love. Because you love me. You love me. I felt love in you, and no other love will do. Every moment that you smile chases all the rain away. Forever and a while, my heart is where you'll stay. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. The stars are falling right now. It's perfect time to say I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. I felt love in you, and no other love will do. That's why I found love in you, and I've learned to love me too. Never have I felt that I could be all that you see. It's like our hearts have intertwined into the perfect harmony. This is why I love you. Ooh, this is why I love you. Because you love me. You love me. This is why I love you. Ooh, this is why I love you. Because you love me. You I found love in you, and no other love will do. Every moment that you smile chases all the rain away. Forever and a while, My heart is where you stay. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. The stars are all around right now. It's perfect time to say I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. I found love in you, and no other love will do. That's why I love you. I found love in you, and I've learned to love me too. Never have I felt that I could be all that you see. It's like our hearts have intertwined into the perfect harmony. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. You love me. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. You love me. I found love in you, and no other love will do. Every moment that you smile chases all the pain away. Forever and a while, my heart is there.
I got teary-eyed just looking at the students and their parents interact, and so it was a very touching moment indeed. So parents and guardians, you have to continue to love, support, and encourage them. But thank you for all that you've done for them thus far. And now we sing the McDonald College School song. If you are a past or current student or teacher or member of staff, we sing the song together. If you are like me and you're not too familiar with all of the lyrics, you can find the lyrics right here on your program.
Your greatness can't be shaken, now on to eternity. The narrow hills of learning, the schoolroom high of faith. So many sing your praises, and so many touches on your flame. We belong to this life, we belong to McDonald. We belong to the sound of the bells and what's calling our world. Whatever we belong to the earth, so what's up for better? We belong together. These songs are rhymed with laughter and echo youthful strife. They change the great hereafter of many noble lives. These hollow walls of wisdom have withstood every test. That's why our alma mater ranks right among the very best. We belong to this life, we belong to McDonald. We belong to the sound of the bells, yeah, we're sorry onward. Whatever we belong to the end, so what's up for better? We belong together. Your light will always flicker like a beacon in the storm. With the help of God the Father, your faith will stand strong. And from the land of Libers, unflinching in the fight, like those who steps we follow, we will always seek the highest heights. We belong to this life, we belong to McDonald. We belong to the sound of the bells, your voice calling onward. Whatever we belong to the end, so what's up for better? We belong together. Though in the distant future, our past may part in life, but memories will linger of happy days gone by. Whatever path we follow, no matter far or near, McDonald, if you need us, just call our names and we'll be there. We belong to this life, we belong to McDonald. We belong to the sound of the bells, your voice calling onward. Whatever we belong to the end, so us up for better. We belong together. We belong to this life, we belong to McDonald. We belong to the sound of the bells, your voice calling onward. Whatever we belong to the end, so us up for better. We belong together. We belong together. We belong.
As we come closer to the end of today's proceedings, I invite to the podium Reverend Nigel Lindsay. We have the vote of thanks first by our salutatorian, Bennett Charles.
Honorable Principal, esteemed guests and teachers, proud parents, and my fellow graduates, good morning. William Arthur Ward once said, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving. So today, on behalf of the graduating class of 2024, I stand before you to distribute presents. Firstly, I offer heartfelt thanks to the Almighty God for His unyielding grace and blessings throughout our academic journey. His guidance has been our light in moments of doubt, and He has lent us His strength to face challenges both big and small. I express our sincerest thanks to Ms. Ashida Charles for your excellence in presiding over this event. You have helped in making this event a memorable one. A heartfelt thank you to our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Lambert Paul, for providing us with valuable insights and inspiring words. We can assure you that your words did not fall on deaf ears, and that each of us had found something that will help in shaping our future lives. To our school management, thank you for your steadfast support, guidance, and encouragement to always strive for excellence throughout our years at this institution. Special thank you to our esteemed guests, Ms. Lauren Diali, Mr. Dennis Cornwall, Mr. Chige Logie, Mr. Lazarus Antoine, Mr. Finley Jeffrey, and Ms. Marcia Francis. Indeed, your presence and assistance with the award distribution have made this event truly special. We deeply appreciate the time and effort you have dedicated to being here with us. To our dedicated teachers, what we would have done without you. Thank you for your patience and encouragement. You have been our guiding light, imparting knowledge and wisdom to us. Your efforts have been instrumental in our growth and development, and for that we are eternally grateful. I also extend thanks to the teachers who have participated in the distribution of awards. Your contribution today has helped make this event a success. We express our immense gratitude to our families and friends who have provided us with a platform of unwavering support and love as they stood by us. Your belief in us has been a pillar of strength that we have laid down throughout these years. Your presence today has made this event even more special. To the auxiliary staff, your behind-the-scenes efforts have created an environment conducive to learning and growth. Your contributions have not gone unnoticed, and you are deeply appreciated. Lastly, to my fellow graduates, congratulations. Today marks the culmination of years of hard work, perseverance, and countless memories shared together. As we embark on our separate journeys, let us remember the values instilled in us and meet every challenge head on, and continue to persevere as we pursue our dreams. In closing, thank you once again to everyone who has been part of our educational journey. Your belief in us and resolute support has made all the difference. Thank you.
Audience all, events of any magnitude are challenging to execute and put together. I want us to give a lusty round of applause to my beloved teacher, Ms. Cynthia Alexander, Ms. Bess, Ms. Candice, and the entire team who planned and executed this graduation ceremony today. And now, for the benediction, I invite to the podium Reverend Nigel Vincent.
Embracing the journey from dreams to realities. Congratulations on becoming graduates in 2024. Joseph in the Bible had a dream. Even though it took a long time to come to pass, it happened. Martin Luther King had a dream, and it came to pass. I pray that your dreams come true. Let me just do a blessing. God's peace carry you, keep and hold you. God's love nourish, bless and enfold you. God's Spirit inspire, lift and mould you. Go now having shared in the gift of God, to bless others with what they need for today. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and always be gracious upon you. May the Lord lift up his countenance to you and give you everlasting peace. May we walk in God's steps in all ways and in all things. Go in peace. Christ go with you. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Lindsay. The final part of today's proceedings is the recessional march of all graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, audience all, please kindly remain seated until the last graduate is out the door. And thank you for being a cheerful and wonderful audience to enjoy the rest of your day.
right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Blazzer Sharpen like Harris, and this is where the graduation ceremony of the McDonald College school will come to an end. I just want to say congratulations to all the kids who made it thus far and is looking to head on to the next chapter in their life. Congratulations to them, and also congratulations to the proud moms and dads out there who are looking on to the past pupil who tuned in. You know, grandparent, great grandparent, auntie, uncle, nephew. Congratulations. This is where we will come to an end. Have a blessed day. We're out.